The following clip was uploaded by Hubble Vision, and he was looking for help in the paranormal section of Reddit. He tells us, "So, we have someone who worked here that said after a wedding she saw a little boy running across the room, followed by chills. The doors opened while the party was going on. She doesn't like talking about it. A year or so later, this happened."
All the same time.
The doors opened while the party was going on, and Hubble states that it is very unlikely for it to have been caused by wind. The doors at the top of the screen lead into a banquet room with the kitchen in, and there were people in there at the time, so we don't pay much attention to the activity in that particular doorway. The man on the left was one of his former bosses, and on the brink of quitting himself due to him witnessing many of these strange encounters. But the door opening is one thing. What's really weird is the table in the back though. Take a good look. It looks as if something is lifting up the tablecloth. Maybe even an apparition can be seen here. How do we explain that? Really mysterious. Now we want to check out a new paranormal clip which was shared by user Mellowbird. He had shared quite the number of crazy poltergeist events in the past years, and some people have mistakenly called him out for being a faker. However, they oftentimes don't realize that in the video where he was wearing a green suit, he was simply showing that it would be impossible for him to fake all of the crazy activity in his home. One of the most interesting encounters this year had unfolded in the storage part of his house. Take a good look. A shadow entity is clearly appearing from the right corner, besides tons of other poltergeist activity that seems to be pretty common around his property. But what do you believe? I have no explanation at what we are looking at here exactly. Pretty eerie. The next submission is a Japanese video, which I personally always love because they are really creepy. This next clip was uploaded by Megami, who posts a lot of paranormal investigations and ghost sightings. In this particular clip, a husband and wife are going to tour a house that they found online that apparently is extremely haunted. This house was unfortunately the home of a few deaths. Most recently a couple that apparently both passed away close together. Now, that's pretty unsettling. Alright. Nice little...
Now.
大丈夫だろう。多分中からどうにかすれば。
だといいけど。
Hopefully the inside reveals more beauty. Right? Oh. See that again? Well, no kidding, I see that too. Well, at this point it's hard to say what that was, right? Let's wait and see.
ね
Seems to be gone now.
え、そこ。2階の窓。
Take a look. There is a white shape in the window. And we don't know where it comes from. So they are the only visitors that day. Okay.
あ、いいじゃん。結構広いな。
Extensive, you say? Spacious, maybe? For Japanese standards, that might very well be. Oh, that got me
見て
too.
よ、いきなり後ろにいんの。
何言ってんだよ。上見たけど、やっぱ誰もいなかった。
本当？あ、ねえねえ、庭が見える。
God. Jesus Jones, was that a mean one?
でも本当にいたし。
Maybe a nosy neighbor. Hallucination, and continue to review the house.
おばあちゃんちの部屋。
確かに。ねえ、ちょっと。
Is there somebody standing?
見えるよ、あれ。
Well, that is a nosy neighbor.
私がさっきから言ってた人ってあの人かな。
Or a homeless person that invaded this place, right?
3台できてる。
This video was forwarded to me and it features a TikTok user named Sammy Guess, who just wanted to prank her little sister by surprising her with an unannounced visit into her room to startle her a little. But this turned into something different. Their home is apparently really old, and it's not the first time that mysterious events have unfolded. Is it haunted though? Let's see.
Hey, let's go get my sister. Hey, Charlie, watch out. What are you doing? Got you, me. Got you. Go, 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 go. Okay. Hey, Charlie. Oh my God, Danny.
What?
Literally, someone just ran in here, I think.
Huh?
Someone just ran in your room.
Well, after seeing all of that, it is pretty safe to say that there are some really creepy things going on. Have you seen the shadow person to the left? It is pretty odd looking, to say the least, and it just can be seen for a couple of frames before the girls ran past it. How terrifying. And what about that thing they caught peeking around the corner? Is it the same thing that we saw just moments earlier? Very likely, in my opinion. Is it a legit capture? We can't be certain here. Again, it could just be a friend or a family member, but it's pretty creepy. Now we want to take a look at an update from paranormal enthusiast Signs and Signals. In the past, they had traveled to an old haunted church one night, and they came across a really creepy looking shadow person peeking from behind the corner. Almost a year later, they venture out to the same church to see if whatever was visiting them that night still remains in there. And it didn't take long until really weird things started to unfold.
What?
Bro. See, no one through us before. No. We just need to stop coming back here, man. Come on. No, I'm good.
Poltergeist activity is a common sign for a strong otherworldly presence. Apparently this church was also home to several rituals that people conducted in the past. A bit later, they captured this.
We've seen you in here before. We know that you're in here. And you know that we know that you're in here.
So why are you here?
Was this the infamous shadow from the past? Who knows, but it got even a little bit more creepy.
Let's just go into the main area.
Yeah, go see
It
where
always shows itself whenever we go in there.
you heard the voice. Was it from like out here? It wasn't from back here. It's from...
It sounded like it was from somewhere else in here. It wasn't like in the hall.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know, that's what I'm saying. It's just gonna run over there. That's what you don't care.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
David!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
After something was seemingly running at them, they come across this shadow just sitting there and watching them. Was it perhaps playing tricks on them? It is very likely. I invite you to check their whole investigation out on Signs and Signals. Following videos have been captured by user Independent, who has turned to the paranormal section of Reddit. He was seeking for help and answers as of what was going on in this footage. The user states that his friend Cody was home alone this past May, and some really odd events unfolded one day. It started off with the lights flickering in several rooms, which had never happened before out of the blue, but there was also strange noises that sounded like objects were being pushed around. He documented these happenings on his phone at the time and sent them to his girlfriend to hear what she was thinking. After dismissing it for natural causes at first, they noticed that the sink in the bathroom turned on. Only to find himself in the kitchen again after hearing something fall. He takes a step outside for some fresh air, only to find all the cupboards to be open in the kitchen. Strange, isn't it?
Nope.
But there was something else that you probably have missed. Take a good look into the right top corner of the door frame in the back. Say what you want, but there's definitely a creepy looking face peeking outside the room. straight at Cody. Where did it come from? Or what did it want? No idea. Apparently things calmed down after this incident, so we can't say for sure what transpired here. What is your idea? Now let's take a look at a couple of mysterious videos uploaded by the Fourth Wall. The first clip was taken one night in Ayama Cemetery in Japan. A cat? So he walks towards the graves. And then there's something in the distance. Look, there to the left. Maybe even manifesting. Now, I don't know if this was not editing, how we could explain it off easily. Did he come across a paranormal encounter? The following TikTok has been recorded by user Jenny Mains. She actually doesn't have many videos on her profile and mostly shares moments of her and her friends out in the fields or hanging out. The clip I'm about to show you is similar, yet there's a pretty creepy element to it. Apparently they came across this abandoned house in the fields and Jessie decided to record it, not noticing anything at the time. Once she was home, it was a terrifying find. Have you noticed it? Let's look at that again. Her viewers believe that she caught an apparition moving in the doorway. Especially in the first couple of frames, it is noticeable that there seems to be standing something, and then we see it move all of a sudden. Some say it looks like a spirit in a dress, maybe a female, that was living in that house back in the day. And what is going on with the windows here? Notice how there seems to be a little spot moving, and then all of a sudden it appears that the lady can be seen once more, hovering to the right. What do you guys make out of that? Is it just a hoax? A friend perhaps? Pretty good editing? Or a paranormal event unfolding? I have to say, it looks pretty intriguing to me. The following events have been documented by user RC Videos, and it appears that he is experiencing some really creepy activity unfolding in his house in the middle of the night. Especially his office room seems to be a vortex for terrifying shadow manifestations. What has he captured exactly? Well, if you have seen the movie Lights Out, you might have an idea of what is to follow.
Watch. See that?
Seems like this room in particular is inheriting a really spooky and tall shadow figure. It can only be seen by the camera once RC shuts off the light in the house. I don't see any apparent cuts, so it sparked my interest when I saw it the first time. and RC has more of these events documented. Now, in this not really less terrifying clip, we can see this shadow thing, which reminds me of a cloth-like fabric floating towards him, and on the last frame it just suddenly vanishes into the wall to the left. What's your opinion? Is it just a fun film project? Or something inexplicable